Okay, so for this project, I'm gonna be using just a bunch of scrap materials that I have and then materials that I've cut to create a lei. We have graduation coming up, we have May Day coming up, we have loved ones who constantly have birthdays, and it's a very common practice here in Hawaii that we offer lei to celebrate these and commemorate these occasions. And so for some folks like me who are doing self-quarantine right now that I don't have the ability to go out and forage and go holo holo all over the place, go collect stuff. I figured, well, let me share with you folks a short tutorial on how to create this lei using whatever kind of materials you have at home. You'll need some material. As you can see, like I got brown material, I got this scrap pelon from a project that we did at school, and I got these other two scrap materials. You'll need a scissors, and basically that's it. I'm gonna cut away for a moment because I'm gonna have to actually take the material and then cut these little leaflets, right? So this is about 5 to 5.5 inches or so. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the pelon, this army green, and this forest green to all of these leaflet shapes. What I'm gonna do then is use this brown, it's a really thin material, it's kind of like a gauze, a natural cotton, as my backing. So just a note to keep in mind that when you make your leaflets, try to use material that is not as thin as this natural cotton or gauze, because it doesn't have any body to hold up when you make the lei. And you'll see when I start preparing the lei, you'll understand a little bit more of what I mean. So in the meantime, I'll be back. I'm gonna have to start cutting a lot of leaflets. Aloha, welcome back. So I'm gonna make our lei that's all made of fabric, and it's gonna be in the haku style. So we have so many different types of lei making. This particular style is gonna be made of the braiding style, or haku. As you can see, I went ahead and cut the fabric that I showed earlier. These are different sizes because I'm going to use this green as accent pieces, whereas this piece is going to be inserted as leaflets, and then dyed pelon in kind of a yellowish hue because it was dyed with olena. And as my backing, I have this long natural cotton. It's really soft piece of sheet or fabric, and all I did was tie a knot, a simple knot at the top. What I'm going to start to do for this lei is I'm going to go ahead and braid a segment to about here. As you can see, I just went ahead and braided at least a 7 to 8 inch piece. I'm going to just stick it between my toe. Another thing to keep in mind while making your lei, it's a very Hawaiian practice and custom to always keep good intentions and keep good thoughts. So while you're making your lei, good energy is being put into your lei. At first, if this is your first time, you may feel like, ooh, my lei didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. Don't worry about it. It's made from you. It's made with good intentions. It's made with aloha. Therefore, it is special and it is still valuable. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you this process. So you see I have 3 strands, right? There's a exterior, a middle, and then another exterior strand. The key to this project is to always make sure that your middle strand is the strand that the material will be placed on, the leaf material. So for example, I'm going to start with this green fabric, right? And I just cut it into like a rough leaf shape or moon shape. I'm going to crease it over, right? So I creased it over. I'm going to stick it right on top of this middle strand, right there. Here's my 2 other strands, okay? So it's right on top of the middle strand, okay? For me, I like to actually add a couple of pieces at once to make it look a little fuller. So I'm gonna add 2 pieces right to the middle strand, and continuing my braid process, this is gonna come over. This material now gets pulled up, right? And then I'm going to get my other piece and braid it over to lock it in. Okay, here's my middle strand, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to grab another piece of material, stick it down, well, I'm going to crease it in half, stick it in, grab another piece of material, crease it in half, stick it in, outside piece comes over, the bottom dangling pieces gets flipped up, and I will continue the braid to lock it in. Right, to lock it in. I'll do it again. Yeah, and that's all there is to it. And for me, because I have 3 different colors, I'm going to start playing around with a pattern. But as you can see, you'll get to fluff it up and you'll get to zhuzh it to make it nice and full. But you can play around with it, and I'll show you a little bit more as I do this process so you can start seeing what it would start to turn into. So I just wanted to take a moment to just pause and see, like, this is where I got to so far. As you can see, this is my LEI, right? And this is what the back would look like. So as you can see, it's all braided. Yeah, and you just keep going on and just continuing the process. And you can also just fluff it up as you go along. What I forgot to mention is that if you notice, I tried to keep the positioning of the leaflets as they go in quite even. So however I put it in, and once I fold over one of my braided pieces to lock it in, I want to try to make sure that I keep it as consistent as possible. But you know, like nature is really organic and inconsistent, so it's okay if you have a few pieces that are a little bit taller and shorter than the other. That's what I think makes this LEI so beautiful. It's so easy to make and it's fun. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this process, and when we come back, we'll have a finished LEI. And that's it. There you have it. You have a LEI. Hopefully you're able to make this, and we'll get to see what you made. Be sure to tag us and share us later how your LEI came out. But there you have it. There's your LEI. Happy May Day, everybody, and happy graduation to all the University of Hawaii graduates. Aloha.